talking. In today's episode, I want to cover a topic that most Dualshock, and I mean this controller here, the PlayStation 4 controller, most Dualshock 4 owners may be interested in trying if they have a chance on their Linux, and it's how to get this little body up and working wirelessly under any Linux distribution, specifically for this case, Ubuntu 16.04. What will you need for this little guy, this Bluetooth dongle? So let's start with this. As you will see here, this little Bluetooth icon that appears here will allow us to sync this controller. Sorry about the language of the OS, as you will see, English is not my native language, but this is really self-explanatory. So first, you go to this icon, you select configure Bluetooth, and you click this big plus sign. After that, you just click the share button and the PS button. This will start this procedure. You see, it's blinking. Once it is blinking, just go up here, wait a minute, and there we go. It will be recognized as a wireless controller. Click next, and as you can see, it is blue already. What does this mean? That we won't need this anymore. So let's proceed. Okay, we needed that just a little longer. Okay, now we are here. Now we don't need it anymore. Okay, so what would be my recommendations for using with this controller? Let's start with my favorite one, Shadow Mordor. Okay, let's just skip this. Oh, you remember, I talk in Spanish, so let's give a little try.
No quería dejar solo a mi marido. Aunque si lo prefieres, puedo subir a Carcos y llamarte de torre a torre.
Quédate a mi lado, corazón mío. Vamos a ver el amanecer juntos.
Okay, I forgot that I had set the game in Spanish and I was recording with it, so I'm very sorry about that. I will try this again, but as you can see, the configuration is the same. I'm still using the PS4 wirelessly, and I will now set the language to the correct one, to English, for you to enjoy this game as much as I have been doing. I must warn, this configuration, this controller, will not specifically replace an Xbox 360 controller under this configuration, under just wireless configuration. But some games, as you will see, will provide a very good support for this controller natively, as this one. Oh, and also, if you ever want to use this controller as an Xbox 360 controller, you have options like DS4 driver, I think it is, but I will not be covering this in today's episode. I will leave that for another day. Okay, so here we are. Let's just continue this remote. As you can see, the layout.
A noble will never forget it dead.
There are other places in Middle-earth we can go. Perhaps Rohan.
We could go north. Esgrove. Use a different name and start anew.
I would love that in my heart.
Okay, as I was telling, the layout here in the game is the same for this controller while detected over wireless for the controller as is in the game. Also, vibration works perfectly. You will see what I mean. I will try to show you. Here, this is a section that you will definitely want to see. Okay, that didn't work as expected. I don't really know how to give you the experience of vibration, but you will see. It's something that you will have to try by yourself. Oh, man, I have forgot about this game. Also, I apologize about the performance on my machine, but I'm capturing footage on the same. So, an i5 is not the ideal solution when you do the work, when you do this train the computer at the Well, let's just go and check another options. As you know, PC is all about alternatives. So, okay, let's say you don't have a GPU. Which game will I recommend for you? Simple. What about Limbo? Okay, I will interrupt myself for a while. Before going to Limbo, it's a good idea if you only have this controller for your PC to go here and change the on-screen keyboard to daisy wheel. That way, you will more effectively be able to search and narrow things easier with it. There you see. Okay, I just must warn, sometimes the input is doubled, as you have seen. It's not an issue, you just need to press it again if it's inconsistent. But okay, so here we are in Limbo. Let's try this. The beauty about this game is that it also supports everything, just as the last one. It has vibration compatibility. All buttons reflects just the same as as you would expect from this controller. So I will better show you, okay? You see it? As I said before, vibration is not something that I can really show you. It's something that you have to experience by yourself. Maybe, let me try something. Did you hear that? That's the controller. Okay, this is taking so long. So let's end this here, okay? Fine. What other game can I just check with this? Let's say that I'm bored to just go with this. So let's go back a minute to this controller. And let's try something different. I have already configured this to work with this controller. And a beautiful thing about this emulator on the Linux is that it also works completely without the need of having it plugged or configure it as an Xbox 360 one. Also, you heard that? It was this controller vibrating. Let's cancel the operation and just, why won't we try something? I know, let's try Silent Hill, okay? Here's it. By the way, this is from my collection. I don't promote piracy, okay? I really don't remember what I was supposed to go right now, so sorry if we get a little lost. Oh, damn. Oh, the classics. But okay, this is getting a little longer than I expected, so let's just go back to what we were discussing. Okay, sometimes the house button does not work as expected, but it's only until you reload big picture mode. It will be again here. Let's see, let's go ahead and try something random. What could it be? Oh, by the way, the games that I have been promoting on my list until now all support this kind of connection, as you have seen. Let's try. Oh, I know. Let's go for a surprise. Hyper. Okay, it's still not as good as a Steam controller. But, oh, crap. I'm very sorry, this is my first time trying this Daisy Wheel in a long time. I'm honestly completely forgot about how... There you go. Yep, double input. Oh wow. So this is my first time playing it here, I think. Just give it a minute. Oh, there you go. Nope, it wasn't my first time apparently. Or it was configured for full screen mode. Anyway, might take a while. It's fine. Also vibration support. Okay. This is not really my day. Damn, I completely forgot how to play this game. Let's give it one last chance, okay? Damn. Sorry, let's try something different, okay? This is a boss, I think. Maybe I remember why I left this unfinished. Oh, by the way, as you can see, it recognized perfectly the layout, just as all those other games. What else? What else? Oh, this is one of my favorites. Yep, Saints Row 4. It will not show the layout of the controller, but it will work nonetheless. Here we are, up and running. Saints Row 4, as you can see, I'm still in the same connection. Let's just continue. Well, it works. It's basically the point of all this video. See? Same as always. Vibration is active. You know that?
Oh man, I gotta trade this in for a bus.
And of course, everything else also. Just give me a minute. No, wasn't that. Oh, yeah. That's the thing, the controller layout is not always consistent between games, but is a problem of gaming in general. Let's get back again to Steam. And well, what else can I show you? Oh, let's say you want to unplug this. You can just press this button for 10 seconds and wait for that. Or just go here. Here you can see. And disconnect it. That's it. Also, let's not forget that one of the options would be to use one of this. Just plug it in, and there it is again. Sorry for the interruption, but okay. So here it is, connected through USB. What else can we find here? Oh, also, when it's connected, there are some games like, give me a minute, I will find it. Oh, I know, Borderlands. This is one of those games that will only work with a wired DS4. But once it's wired, you can expect the same as any of the other games I have been showing here. Vibration included. Oh, except the layout. It will maintain the Xbox 360 layout, but you will get used to that. Especially if you got one of these or an Xbox 360 controller before. I'm very sorry, my connection is not the greatest, and right now it's downloading a lot of things in the background. Here we are.
I see meat muscles!
Remember, I'm using the same machine to record. Let me just show you. Here it is. So of course, my games will suffer a little. Okay. Well, I think this is enough as a test run. So let's just go back. Also, let's just unplug it, right? Press the help button, and there you go. Working again, even if you try it out. So this concludes this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. You enjoyed this, and well, I hope to see you in the next episodes. Also, check some of the other videos I have. You may be interested. Have a good day.